What's up, guys? Flitz from Mahalo Video Games team here, and today I will be unboxing the DC Universe Online Collector's Edition. So, from what I understand, it's chocked full of nerddom for us comic book nerds. So, right through the front window, you can see the Batman statue, which is pretty epic. He's perched on the gargoyle. Not quite up. They made it easy for me. Wasn't quite sure how to open it, so I'm gonna lay it on its back. There you go. The first thing we're gonna pull out is the Batman statue. So clearly this was not meant to be moved or played with like your classic G.I. Joe toys. It's a statue. It's something that you perch on your table or in a china cabinet or somewhere like that to show off your nerd cred. Batman seatbelt holding Batman in. Which makes perfect sense because it's the law. But Batman's a vigilante and he's above the law. There you go. Batman seatbelt comes off. And I guess I should keep the Batman diaper there. I don't... the Batman... I don't want to move it. I'm kind of afraid. There you go. And then you have an authentic Batman butt print for your keeping if you want to pass it on to your friends. And there you go. He's sitting on a gargoyle. This doesn't look nicely perched above my computer. I'm excited about this. All right, so put that there. Take this down. And within this, I believe is a secret compartment because there's more in there. There you go. See, it's like a two-way mirror. You don't even know it's there. And inside of here, we have Snake Plissken. Inside of here, let's see, all new compilations starring fan favorite DC superheroes, Superman, Shazam, and more. I saw this actually. These are the DC Showcase movies. I've seen every last single one of them. They're actually pretty doggone good. They're like 15 minutes long, so I would recommend actually picking this up. All right, limited edition statues based on the art of Jim Lee, who is legendary, who had one of the best runs of X-Men to this date. So that's quite an honor. Jim Lee was also the creative director, I believe, on this game. If I'm wrong, then I'm sure the editor of this video will correct me. Playing the game, collect them all, like Pokemon. There are other statues. DC Universe Online Buddy Card. Let's see. DC Universe Online Buddy Key, your key to building powerful alignments. So I guess if you have friends, which a lot of basement dwellers do, they just never met them because they've only played with them in MMOs. You can give them one of those codes and they can try it out for themselves. And this is my game manual and my code. I'm gonna block my number just in case you try to use it. But that's my manual and my game code that I will be punching in when I will be doing the walkthroughs for DC Universe Online. Excited about that. And quick start card. It gives you the controls. I'm gonna be playing it on PC. So it just gives me a basic of the controls, but I was in a beta, so I already know. Then our game. Nice book, you open it, get nice artwork of the Joker and Batman. Eternal enemies. And then nice artwork of Lex Luthor and Superman. Also eternal enemies, but only because Lex Luthor is so insecure. So the disc is in between Superman and the Joker. And that's your DC Universe Online. That's disc 2, so disc 1 is in between Batman and the cover. Which means this is a huge game. It's probably gonna take like 3 hours to install. And then after those 3 hours of installing, I'm more than likely gonna have to download updates, which I'm not complaining about. I have a lot of work to do anyway. All right, let's get to the other dandy gifts. Let's see, DC Universe Online Legends 0. Let's see. I guess it covers some of the backstory of the game. This art looks very familiar to me. Art by Oliver Nome, Michael Lopez, and Livio Ramondelli. Nope, it just looks familiar, but it's not at all. I don't know any of these artists. But you get some sweet art, some sweet backstory on the game, what happens, what takes place, and how it pans out. So if you don't know how your superhero came about, this will help you. And it's a nice wide cover for you. I don't know who that is. He must be new. I don't. And that. No, that's Raven. No, that's not Raven. That's just some chick with. That's some chick with boobs that thinks everything rocks. Maybe that's the magic rock. That was dumb. All right. Next up, we have a nice size poster of the cover, so you can see. We're gonna hang this up on our epic wall of video game posterdom. There you go. So you get the bigger image. You can see some of the custom characters. I went to Comic-Con and I actually asked if you created a character. Oh, nice. The inking. Yeah, this is the coloring book version. So you can color it in. Either that or they're really sensitive to the color blind and they didn't want to offend anybody. I haven't decided, you know. But I did ask, if you make a hero who becomes legendary enough in DC Universe Online, is it possible that that character that you created could transfer over to the actual DC Universe? I didn't get a straight answer, but we keep our hopes up as nerds and people who play this game. Next up, and I think it's last. Nope, there's two more things. All right. DC Universe Online. This is the official comic book, which from the looks of it actually goes over what happens in a cinematic before you start the game. Makes perfect sense. Black Adam, he shocks the Flash. He calls on the power of Shazam and electrocutes the Flash, who was just about to get to him to save Kyle Rayner, who's a Green Lantern. Well, in the cinematic, it looks like Kyle Rayner. It might actually be Hal Jordan. I assumed it was Kyle Rayner, but that's me. And that's only because I know the DC universe. All right, so it just shows what happens. If you don't know what happens, then I recommend, by all means, check out what happens in a cinematic intro to DC Universe Online. It's really epic, something to get excited about. And then the art of DC Universe Online, this is actually, I mean, definitely something to geek out about. The game has been in production for years. It's been pushed back so many times, and now you kind of get to see how much detail goes into all of this stuff. It's not a randomly generated world. They design every aspect of the city to make it legit, basically. And they work very closely with Jim Lee, and they work very closely with DC so that they had access to the entire DC gallery and all that it has to offer. So this is really exciting. The Batcave, designs of Batman in his cinematic armor suit when Brainiac was trying to take over the world. So this is crazy. I could probably just sit here and explain what's going on for days. Instead, I'm just gonna flip through really fast. Bane, who broke Batman's back. Poison Ivy, who is attractive in green. Black Adam, Captain Marvel's enemy. Bizarro, who is odd Superman, Solomon Grundy. And then wanted posters. Something that you may not know is, in the game, there are wanted posters, and you go to those wanted posters after you reach a certain level, and you can hunt down heroes or villains. If you're playing as a villain, you hunt down heroes. If you're playing as a hero, you hunt down villains, and you fight them, which is actually pretty amazing. So you get to hunt down and team up with some of your friends and hunt down some of your super villains that you've always wanted to punch in the face. So there you have it. The collector's edition is $100 basically, and you get a ton of gifts, a ton of things that you can enjoy and you can show off to your friends and show off your nerd cred. This has been Flitz. That hasn't been Flitz. This has been Flitz, and that was just an unboxing of DC Universe Online Collector's Edition. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to enjoy playing it.